I'm really pleased to be here. This is, I think, the third time that I've been able to do this. And, you know, so many years ago, I had an opportunity to come in with one of my colleagues to this office, and we were already donating tools. And we asked, what can we do? What else can we do? And you guys said, well, we'd really like to do an apprentice program, but it's a little bit hard for us to do that being a nonprofit. And we said, let's figure it out. And so now we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, this will be the 5th apprentice that we've been able to sponsor. And Steve is one of the original that we were able to do that with. And Joe has been the mentor this whole time. And Mr. Hicks is the one who made it possible for all these guys to come here. You know, he kind of picked the cream of the crop and send them here. And I think that is just awesome. And the cool thing is that, well, you're gonna hear lots of cool stories. So I'm gonna just turn it over to Mr. Hicks, and if you'll just share some words of wisdom with these guys.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Tracy Hicks. This is my 7th year as the automotive instructor at the Frederick County Career and Technology Center. We're a high school automotive trades program. So all 5 of the GEARWRENCH and Second Chance Garage apprenticeship members have come directly from our high school automotive program. So it started with Steve and Brett. They were the first, the pilots basically, and you know they did their apprenticeship here. And Steve moved on to a Kia dealership here in Frederick and's been there ever since and flourishing. Really proud of him. Brett still, I think, works there. Last time I saw him, he was working in a parts store, so he's still kind of in the industry. Then Lester was next, and Lester's still here at Second Chance's Garage. John liked Lester so much he brought him on as a full-time employee, which I told him he would in the beginning. Then Gio was the 4th, and now Julian is the 5th apprenticeship to come through the program, thanks to GEARWRENCH and Second Chances. So Julian has already moved on to his next spot, just like Steve did, and he's at the local Frederick Subaru dealership. So he's already started about a month, at least a month, right? It's 2 months. So, you know, CJ says it's because of me, it's because of John and CJ. Really, these guys are in my program. I want to get them in the industry needs them. So, you know, this is one of the better places, because there's some unique benefits, the tools supplied, and then also the community value, the community support aspect is a huge deal for these guys and the community as well. So I'm glad to supply the students, even though they probably would find their way here on their own. But I hope to keep that partnership going with John and CJ and GEARWRENCH.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's been a tremendous program. There was an opportunity presented to us, which we had no way of even knowing what we were getting involved in I'm going to say 2019. And then thank you to GEARWRENCH for providing us that opportunity for the tools and the support so we could get the apprenticeship program running. And then just finding all these connections and building over the years, projects with like the Humble Mechanic, but most of all, GEARWRENCH, CTC, the schools, the teachers there, and the dedication from the students. When they're starting, it's kind of difficult to know really what you're in store for, but as they get involved and engaged in the shop, it's really exciting to see them grow, not only just in their careers, but learning their knowledge and the pride of work and the experience they're gaining is amazing. Got to thank Joey, because not only is he mentoring them for tools, but helping them to learn how to work in the shop environment, life situations, and mentoring just as a mechanic and as a friend as well. We've had some tremendous opportunities that were given to us through some of our other apprentices, like Steve, who got involved with the Humble Mechanic program. They came up and refurbished a car for a week, and then inspired Steve so much, he actually donated a vehicle to us, and that car is still on the road today as a program vehicle. We're able to reuse it. But I'm just so excited, and thank you for the dedication from everybody. Julian, Joe, CJ, Lester. It's so exciting to see you guys really excited about what you're doing, and enthusiastic. It's awesome. Had no idea that these opportunities were there. I'm so glad I got involved.
Steve, you want to share some words of wisdom with these guys?
Steve donated his car, but he operated quite a bit too. What are you driving now, Steve?
18 Sonata.
Yeah, 2018 Hyundai Sonata. So.
Yeah, so my name's Steve. I started here back around 2019. Big thanks to Joe, CJ, Mr. Hicks, John. They all helped out. They all got me to where I'm going and even further. I hope you guys enjoy your cart. I know it helped me a lot with the basics. And even now, I still use it today. It's filling up, but still use it. So it's definitely a good start. Pretty much it.
Joe, do you want to share some news with us? Steve, thank you.
All I can say is it starts with them. Each one of these guys coming in, having an interest, having the drive to try and better themselves, having no idea what the hell they're in for. But I mean, the ability here versus other places for apprenticeship programs is they can dive straight into something, they can break stuff. And then they end up getting to fix it, regardless.
It's a double learn.
But that's the advantage here for apprentice programs. I mean, that's something that, I mean, really anywhere. It doesn't have to be an apprentice program. Different guys in different shops, different places. I mean, you see somebody struggling, taking the time to help them not struggle is going to help the shop as a whole, going to help the industry as a whole. I mean, and we can only take on so many people. So, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to give these guys some direction, get them moving in the right direction with their lives, or whether they don't want to go that direction. I mean, that's a deciding factor too. I mean, that's one of the purposes of the apprentice program. I like to see them go forward with the industry, the tools, and the things we provide them, but having that option to understand that you can say no. So, I mean, there's certain situations that is going to come into play as well. And it's one of the hard ones. Not a man of very many words. So.
Well, Joe, thank you for the words that you did share with us.
One thing I will add though is because John and Second Chances have their apprenticeship registered with Maryland, you know, these high school guys can go to onto CCBC or Montgomery College and no student loan debt because of that program starting here and being registered with the state. So I don't think anyone has done that yet, but it's been on the table. So, you know, if they want to go to the next level and go to a post-secondary trades program, this program with Second Chances and some of our other area shops being a registered youth apprenticeship in Maryland gives them that option to take that step to the next level and go take some college level automotive classes if they choose, without having to take out student loans that can be expensive to pay back and
That's
stuff.
a really good point. Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you both. So, as I mentioned before, you know, we started this apprenticeship program some time ago, and it's been an absolute pleasure. I mean, you heard these stories. Like, everybody is just giving. That's what I keep hearing is like, you know, oh, well, that's nothing I did. Oh, it's nothing I did. But everybody is doing a little bit of something, even if it feels like you aren't. And what's really cool is that these guys, Steve, Julian, Lester, Giovanni, they've all had this experience where at the very first moment in their career, they're giving to the community. And so that's the best way you can start out, because then from there on, you have this mindset of what's most important. And so, I mean, there's been 300 cars that have come through this garage that have been put back on the road for people and families in need. And we at GEARWRENCH are just absolutely pleased and overjoyed to be able to give these guys tools. You see behind you, this one here belongs to Lester, and this one here belongs to Julian. And that's one of the biggest problems with that technicians face is that they get a job, and now they have to go buy tools off that truck, and they get so expensive, right, Steve?
Yeah, those things are pricey.
And so, you know, one of the things that we wanted to make sure we did with the apprentice program, in addition to helping the garage, was we wanted to make sure that we could provide them with all the tools they need. And so we actually, myself, Joe, and John, we figured out what are the tools that are really going to everybody be able to get through what they need to. So you've got a 1/2 inch, you've got a 3/8 inch torque, you've got your tech light set in here, you've got a cart to move everything around, and that's about $2,000 worth of tools that these guys do not have to pay for. And so they can start off with 3 to 5 feet, ready to go, rather than 4 or 5 feet back. And so it's my absolute pleasure to give you guys these certificates. Julian, this one is for you. It says, for successfully completing 500 hours of apprentice mentorship at Second Chances Garage, signed by Joe, by John, Rick, and myself. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I also have one here for Lester. It says the same and signed by all those folks as well. Lester, they liked you so much they had to keep you, so congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah, and I have just a couple more things for you guys. Let's see, here is your own GEARWRENCH tech shirt, so you can wear that at Subaru. And then we've got some more tools in here, some swag and different things for you, and then this can keep 6 packs of Coke in there.
Julian, did you line up a GEARWRENCH sponsorship for your RC car yet?
And then I have one for you as well, Lester, as well as all that stuff. And then here's a pack of gloves for you guys too, if you need those. And there you go. So again, it's my pleasure, and I think the best thing to do now is to give you the key to your toolbox. I hope it brings you many years of joy, but also lots of income. And Julian, for you as well. Congratulations. You guys, thank you everybody who could be here. Jose, thanks for being here for Lester. It's just a pleasure to be here, and I wish you guys all the best. You're gonna do awesome. You're already ahead of your colleagues, So, all right, thanks.